Hello boys and girls, I hope you're doing really well, and today we're going to be learning about grammar verbs and the past tense. And a verb is something that we are being, like an emotion, or doing. So, I was sad yesterday, and a doing word, I was playing with my robot dog. So here we have a present tense example, I am happy when I play with my robot every day. But some of these sentences are also in the past. So look out, what do we do with the word when it's in the past tense usually? Now what you're going to do is write the sentences into your copy and you're going to underline the verbs. I'll give you a little bit of help with that. Just make sure that you're underlining with a straight line using a ruler and a red pen if you have one. Question 1. I jumped for joy. So what was I actually doing? What's the doing word? I was jumping, yeah. And when did I do it? I did it in the past tense. So I jumped for joy yesterday. Number 2. She likes her new robot. So she still likes her new robot. That is not in the past tense. And what is she doing? She's liking her robot. So it's a being word. She's liking the robot. She likes her new robot. So underline likes. Question 3. I asked the teacher question. Well, I think there's a typo here. Shouldn't there? It should be a question. I asked the teacher a question. And what were you actually doing? Well, I was asking the teacher. So I asked is the verb in the past tense. Number 4, we can see it's a nice regular past tense. So I wasn't sprinting today. I sprinted across the field. Another verb that could go in there is I ran across the field or I dashed across the field. So using different verbs to mean the same action or the same thing. Question 5. We listened to music for hours. And of course you can see that this is a regular verb. So it gets the ed, no problem. Ed on the end of listen. So we listen to music for hours every day. But yesterday we listened to music for hours. And number 6, I was disappointed. So again, you're being, I was disappointed. So again, ed there. We add ed to put verbs in the past tense. After I played with my robot, I walked home. So playing and walking were the two actions. And like that, we just put ed at the end. Some verbs, though, are irregular. They do not follow the normal pattern. The past tense for these verbs is made in different ways. For example, I am sad. And if I'm talking about yesterday, I might talk about I was sad. He rides his bike every day to school. And yesterday he rode his bike to school. So like that, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to rewrite this passage into your copy, but we're going to put the verbs in the past tense. And I'll use my little typewriter here to give you a little bit of a hand with that. Okay, Mr. Typewriter, here we go. So today I meet my new robot. How do we put that in the past tense? Today, or well, yesterday I, well done, met my new robot. I call him Tinto, but yesterday I called him Tinto. Well done. Called is the next one. And like that, it's regular, so it gets my ed at the end. I speak to Tinto. And what did I do yesterday? I spoke to Tinto. Well done. He talks back to me. And yesterday, he talked back. So again, the word talk with ed on the end, the same as call, called, talk, talked. First, I make his voice high and sweet. Well, so first I made. Well done, made. And that's an irregular one. So make and made. Only one letter changes, but it is irregular. It's not normal. It doesn't add the ed at the end. Then I change his voice to low and loud. So then I changed. And it does follow the ed rule, even though it's only adding one more letter at the end, because change already has an E at the end. Then I changed his voice to low and loud. We sing together. We sang together. That's it. We sang together. Now, we go into the garden. But yesterday, we, well done, went into the garden and run around. And we went into the garden and we ran around. He jumps incredibly high with his bionic feet. And yesterday, again, a regular one, he jumped incredibly high with his bionic feet. And yesterday, instead of throw my ball to Tinto, I threw my ball to Tinto. He kicks it back. He kicked it back. Then Tinto finds my missing shoe, and finds might be a tricky one. Finds goes to found. Then Tinto found my missing shoe. He looked under the bed, and there it, and this is a very tricky one, was. Well done. So these are all the words that I need for this exercise. Let's have a quick look at them. Alright, and you can pause the video here if you do need any help with that. So met, called, spoke, talked, made, changed, sang, went, ran, jumped, threw, kicked, found, looked, and was. So let's read the story one more time with those in the past tense. So I think we will change today to yesterday because it doesn't make very much sense without changing that, does it, if we're changing it into the past tense. So, yesterday I met my new robot. I called him Tinto. I spoke to Tinto. He talked back to me. First I made his voice high and sweet. Then I changed his voice to low and loud. We sang together. We went into the garden and ran around. He jumped incredibly high with his bionic feet. I threw my ball to Tinto. He kicked it back. Then Tinto found my missing shoe. He looked under the bed and there it was. So, like that, just to recap, boys and girls, what you're going to do is you're going to put up the title E grammar, the page number as well, please, page 70, and the date. You're going to write these 6 sentences into your copy and underline the action words or the being words. And then you're going to, secondly, rewrite this paragraph into your copy. And you're going to do that in the past tense then using your past tense words. If you need to refer to them again, rewind the video and pause it where you need to. And very best of luck with that, boys and girls. I look forward to seeing that up on Seesaw. Well done.